Good afternoon, fourth graders. Today we are going to continue talking about energy, and we are looking at two types of energy today, potential energy and kinetic energy. So our objective is that you will be able to describe the difference between those two. So we're going to think back to our marble run experiment, and we were looking at the effect that height had on the speed of a marble as it rolled down the tube. And so as we think about that, we want to know and think about if the object was rolling down the tube, if it was higher, like we did in our experiment with 3 books, then the more speed that marble had rolling down the tube. And so as the marble was released on top of 3 textbooks, it went faster than that marble as it was released on just 1 textbook because it wasn't as high. Part of that is due to potential energy and kinetic energy. We're going to watch a quick video with this silly scientist man, and he's going to tell us the difference between potential and kinetic energy. Let's check it out.
Hey, how you doing? You want to buy something? I got a lot of stuff here, and I got a special today only. Potential energy. Huh? I will throw in some potential energy with any order. You see this stuff on the shelves here? The stuff on the higher shelves has more potential energy than the stuff on the lower shelves. Don't believe me? Here, hold on. Look at this state-of-the-art traffic controller. Right now, it's sitting up here on this high shelf. Now, if it were to fall, it would be going fast, which means it would have a lot of kinetic energy. You see, when it fell down, it had enough kinetic energy to completely break itself apart. Yeah, well, that's the difference between potential energy and kinetic energy. Look at this bagel, just sitting here, not moving, minding its own business on top of this ramp. It's all potential energy and no kinetic energy. And when it gets to the floor, it's all kinetic energy and no potential energy. Woohoo! And now it has neither because it's on the floor and it's not moving. 5-second rule. And now you know your energy. So what do you say? You want this thing? Tell you what, I'll give you a discount because you know it's gently used. Hey, I'll even throw in this bagel, huh? Also gently used.
So we saw that big traffic control machine had the potential energy as it was on the top shelf of his wall. When it was falling is when the kinetic energy came into play. So we're going to check out a roller coaster. We've been talking a lot about how roller coasters are great ways to show us energy. And so we're going to take this quick simulation of a roller coaster and when there is potential energy and when there is kinetic energy. So let's check it out. So as we look at this roller coaster, we're going to see in this circle graph when there is potential energy is when our graph is going to be pink, and when there's kinetic energy it will be blue. So we're going to go step by step and see what happens as our roller coaster climbs up. It is full of potential energy just sitting there. Maybe you can think about the last time you've been on a roller coaster as you reach the top part of that drop. There's full of potential energy that is ready to be released. So let's see what happens next. As it goes down and it gets all the way down, it was full of kinetic energy. It was moving, which causes and creates our kinetic energy. You can see there's just a bit of potential energy here as we move into step 3. Again, our potential energy is growing. We're up to the top of that loop-de-loop. It's ready to drop where our kinetic energy is going to fill in and be all the way there at our step number 5. The momentum and the energy was created as it came through the loop-de-loop. And then at the top of this next hill is again our potential energy when it's ready to come out as kinetic. So we've explored on our video and on this roller coaster what potential energy is, just that energy of an object in the waiting period. And as an object falls and moves is where the kinetic energy comes in. So you are going to be putting on your roller coaster engineer hat, and you are going to be creating a roller coaster that shows both potential and kinetic energy. You'll do this in Seesaw, so when you finish watching our video, you're going to hit Add a Response. And on your response, you're going to create a roller coaster that you see here. It needs to have a creative name. Think about your favorite roller coaster name. Maybe it's at Worlds of Fun or Silver Dollar City, somewhere where you've been, or a roller coaster you've heard about. It should include at least 2 hills. On your roller coaster, you need to have 2 carts that show potential energy and 2 carts that show kinetic energy. That means you have 4 cars total on your roller coaster, each labeled with potential or kinetic energy. The one cart that shows the most potential energy should be labeled. For example, in this picture you see here, this car that I'm circling has the most potential energy because it's at the highest point in that roller coaster. So get to creating, submit your roller coaster, and we can't wait to see your creations.